Good afternoon, all. Hello, am I audible?
Yes. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. So today we already reached in day 5 MMTTC orientation and sensitization program. So our resource person will be joining very shortly. Today we will have two resource person, as every day we have two session. So first session will be delivered by Professor Jyoti Sharma, and second session will be delivered by Professor Supran Sharma. So I think Madam is trying to join. Let me see. We'll be starting very shortly. Just let. Hello, ma'am. Are you there? Not joined yet. So our resource person send a message. Her system is updating, so she will take few more minutes. So please be with us. And today, MC will be our respected Madam Tapashi. She is an assistant professor and head department of teacher education. So, ma'am will be introducing and giving vote of thanks to the resource person.
এটা তো করছি
Hello. Hello, madam. Hello.
Hello.
Jyoti ma'am, are you there? Hello. Hello.
Yes, I'm there.
Okay, ma'am, shall we start?
Yes, definitely. We are already
Okay.
late.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. So I would like to request Madam Tapasri to please introduce our distinguished resource person. Madam, over to you.
So, very warm welcome to all the members present here to the MMTTC NEP 2020 Orientation and Sensitization Program organized by Assam University of Silchar and Department of History and IQAC Holy Cross College, Agartala. It is my immense pleasure to introduce Professor Jyoti Sharma for the first session of the fifth day of this program. Dr. Sharma has done her postgraduate and PhD from
You are not
Amritsar
audible.
and has worked in various
Ma'am
Oriental
Tapasri,
Administrative Affairs Committee.
your
Yeah, can you
voice
hear
is
me?
breaking. Okay, now we can hear you.
Yeah.
Just hold on. Can you hear me now?
Now
Yes,
you are
ma'am.
late.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Hello?
ma'am. We can hear you. You're clear.
Okay, okay. I'll okay, just hold on. Uh, content of am I audible now?
Yes,
Hello?
ma'am. You are audible.
Okay, okay, okay. I'll start again. I'm sorry for that. So it's a pleasure and an honor to introduce Dr. Jyoti Sharma. She has done her postgraduate and PhD from Guru Nanak University, Amritsar. She has worked in various administrative areas, to name a few: Coordinator, Administrative Affairs Committee, Warden, Girls Hostel, Member, Gender Sensitization Against Sexual Harassment Committee. At present, she's the head of School of Business, Associate Professor. She has a number of papers. She has published more than 40 papers in renowned journals.
Again, ma'am, we cannot hear you.
Published a book, some going on. She has organized conferences, workshops. Hello,
Yes, ma'am.
can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am. We can hear you.
Okay, okay. So she has organized conferences, workshops, training programs, and most of the topics are related to behavioral skills in workplace, stress and time management, life skill management. She has given more than 100 talk sessions. So today, Madam will be talking about skill development. So over to you, Madam.
Thank you so much for the kind introduction. Good afternoon to all of you. Sorry
Good
from my
afternoon.
side because it was a little bit late because my sister laptop already all of a sudden started taking the updation. So I was a little bit late. So I tried to cover up. So I'm sharing my PPT. Uh, just a minute. Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am, it is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
So the topic which has been given to assigned to me, that is on the skill development in the context of NEP orientation and sensitization program. Uh, when we are talking about the skill development, the thing with which I'll start my session is that why it is necessary for to have the skill development, because it is being said that if your plan is for 1 year, you have to plant the trees rice. But if your plan is for 10 years, then you have to plant the trees. But if your plan is for 100 years, then the only thing one has to do, that is to educate the children. So the education matters a lot in long term, and in education particularly, it is not only the theoretical education. We are talking about the skill, which is the important component, which is an important part and parcel of the entire education system, that has to be there, and that will make the education more relevant, and that will have the impact for the long term, to get the long term advantages. Even if we see the objective of NEP also, the objective of NEP is also emphasizing on the skill, that it emphasize on that how to that the skill orientation, skill development has to be there among the students, and that for that we have to be innovative in that way, so that we can develop that kind of proficiency among the students also. Now when we are uh, talking about the skill is what? The skill is the practical ability or the proficiency to perform a task which has been acquired through the training, practice or experience. So means that whatever we have acquired, whatever proficiency, whatever expertise we have acquired to perform a specific task, that proficiency we are getting either through some kind of training or through some kind of practice, or with the passage of time we have acquired that proficiency. And it may this proficiency which we have named it as a skill may be often relating to a specific domain, or it may be relating to specific, you can say, the to specific activity, right? So there may be two categories of the skills when we talk about the skills. It is the hard skills and the soft skills. And when we are talking about the hard skills, and then we are emphasizing, then we are focusing on the job specific abilities which can be measured. And on the other hand, when we are talking about the soft skills, we are talking about the social abilities, that how they relate, that how we are relating to the other, how we are interacting with the other people, that is interpersonal kind of skills, that how we are making the relationship with the others, so how we are interacting with the other, that is what the soft skills are, soft skills talk about. Now skill development, in order to develop the skill, the skill development, when we are saying, that is, I have already mentioned that this is some kind of ability we are able to develop, this is some kind of proficiency, sorry, we are able to have. And that proficiency, maybe you are getting through the any kind of three things which we have mentioned: training, practice, experience, and etc. So with that proficiency helps us to do any kind of activity or the job or the thing in a better way as compared to the others. So means when we are talking about the skill, then we are saying that any information, any knowledge which you can put to use, it is practical in nature, right? So it has an application orientation, it has an application component which makes it a skill. Merely having the knowledge or information about something which we can't put into a use, that is not having any kind of relevance. So when we are teaching this, when we are teaching to the students, then we are not only teaching them that how this concept is related, we are saying that how this concept can be applied in the present scenario, or how this concept is applicable, in what way the things are being applicable using this theory, or using this concept. That is what the skill we are enhancing. If we are saying that I am just trying to make the students a good, you can say the, so just trying to put the students in a good, on a higher side of the social skills, then I am putting them into certain kind of activities where they can learn the social skills. I'm putting them into certain kind of roles, that how you, what you will be doing when you have to interact with some this person, then what kind of uh, issues you are facing, and how you can address those issues, how you can improve upon those issues. So that is what the skill we are trying to impart, and that is the beauty of the entire component of skill, that is the applicability or the practical component. Even our honorable prime minister also has mentioned, or also has emphasized on this, that when, if we want to make this kind of century of India, to make this the century of India, it is very essential and important that the youth of India is equally proficient, not only in education but as well as skill. Because when he is saying that it is skill, it means here mantra is that he said that mantra should be for this particular thing is skilling, reskilling and upskilling. That we have to skill any existing skill. If that skill is not usable now, that skill is obsolete one, we have to discard and we have to learn new skills. And if any skill is there that is on the primary level, that has to be upgraded to the next level. So that is what the skilling, reskilling and upskilling mantra he has talked about. Because skill, why he has emphasized so much on the skill, because skill not only increase the competitiveness, it also not only increase the productivity, it not only increase the employability, but it has an overall impact on the economy also, right? So upskilling, it has been estimated that upskilling can lead towards the 6.1% increase in the GDP by 2020. So that is because of the kind of advantages one get, the kind of advantages one get through the skill. So that has a long term impact on, not only on the one individuals, but also on the different aspects of the economy also. So skill development always, as per our honorable prime minister, it always remained our priority, and it remains our priority because we are blessed with the demographic dividend, which can take us to the great heights also. So because of that reason, always the emphasis, always the priority has been given to the skill development, because that skill development will lead us towards the, will make a new kind of economy, which have the different kinds of, you can say the benefits for the economy also. Again, the benefits which we are talking about for the with the skill development, that is because the window of opportunities for India in the Amrit Kal is there. We have the 62% working age population, in 15 to 59 years, and 28 years median age of Indian population, as compared to India, in the Japan or the others. So that means that this is how the India is positioned vis-a-vis the other economies. So that makes, that opens the lot of opportunities for India, if India is able to capitalize on these kind of, what this particular aspect, if India is able to capitalize on this aspect, that how the maximum benefits can be taken, how the opportunities can be created, how the enhancement in the, how the avenues can be created, so that that particular chunk of the people can be utilized to lead the economy to the new heights. The, if we just talk about, before I proceed further, if we just talk about present skilling ecosystem, we have the standardization norms also, where the certain kind of common norms are there, where certain kind of national skill qualification frameworks are there, in which a lot of courses have been improved, new age courses happen there. We have the skill delivery system also in the present skilling ecosystem, where the MSTE and then the other ministry departments, they are running, they are training different kinds of candidates, and almost 6.15 crore candidates have been trained. We have the industry connect also, we have the different councils, apprenticeships, which have connection with the, which are aligned with the, which are connected with the organization, which are connected with the educational institutions, and they are having that kind of connection, that students, they are getting the theoretical knowledge from there, and are getting the practical knowledge from that also. We have, we have we have the We have the demand assessment also, where the where the district skill committees are there, which are just trying, yeah, where the district skill committees are there, which are trying to find out the skill gap, which are trying to conduct the skill gap studies, and that various kinds of skill development, district skill development plans are also being framed, which are trying to assess that what kind of skills are required to be possessed by the people, so that that can be absorbed in the industry. Then apart from that, our present skilling ecosystem also have one of the another component, that is the international mobility, where the lot of MOUs, where the lot of MOUs are being signed with the other skill development international centers are there, which are creating that kind of cross culture kind of transfer of the things also, which which gives an indication that what kind of avenues are there to learn the other skills which are relevant at the global level also. We have the unified regulator also, that is the National Council for Vocational Education and Training, which is regulating the all the things relating to that. So the present skilling ecosystem is there, but one has to, there is a requirement of the enhancing the finances for the skill development. So the funds for the skilling is not that much adequate. The mobilization of the funds through the corporate social responsibility in skill development funds is there, but some innovative kind of financing of the skills, like the public private partnership, like the public-private partnership model, ITI management, soft loans through the banks and NBCs, high-end based courses in the in partnership with the industry. All these are also required to be there, so that the more resources can be available the for financing of the skills. Now, skill, apart from the skill, there is a one more, there is another thing which is relating to the competence, which is relating to that also, that is the competency. Now when we are talking about the competency, it is the combination of three things. When we are talking about the competency, it is the combination of knowledge, skills and abilities, and that combination of knowledge, skills and abilities that enables an individuals to perform a specific task or function effectively. Now, it is a broader concept. Competency, when we talk about, is a broader concept, and that concept encompasses both the capability and the application of that capability. So, the competency, when we are talking about, it is it is having in its domain the experience also. It is having in its domain the knowledge also, skills also, the behavior when the one person is showing, the kind of results the one person is giving, and the kind of targets or goals one person is able to achieve with that kind of linkages. Now, if we have to differentiate between the competency and the skill, the difference is there, because when we are saying about the competency, it is a broader thing, as I mentioned, and when we are saying about the competency, it has the knowledge and the skills are the part of that competency. So, major components of the competency is the knowledge, skills, and motive. These are the three components, because knowledge is something that is necessary. When you don't have the knowledge, you may not be able to perform a task, but that is not sufficient. You have to have a system, you have to have a that kind of application, that how you're putting that particular knowledge into the application, and that is what the skill is all about, right? Motive is, when we are talking about the motive, it is the achievement motivation. I know how to put that knowledge into application, but I don't want to do it. So that when I'm saying I don't want to do it, it is a motive component which I'm talking about. So I don't want to do it because I lack the motivation. So I have the knowledge, I have the skill, I know how to put that particular knowledge into the application, how to get use of that knowledge in the real setting, but I don't want to do it. So that is the motive component, which is achievement motivation. Now let me give you one example, so that the difference can be made more clear regarding all these components. Now suppose I'm saying I know how to swim, right? So if I'm saying I know how to swim, it means that I know what kind of hand movements I am supposed to make, what kind of good movements I'm supposed to make, what do's and don'ts I have to do when somebody is swimming. So I know each and everything, but I have never swimmed, right? So means when I'm saying I know do's and don'ts relating to swimming, I know what the hand movements required, the legs movement required, the foot movements required. It is a knowledge. When I am actually swimming, right? So I am actually swimming, that is a skill. Suppose that skill I have practiced because I just want to be the top swimmer, or I just want to win the you can say the some international I just want to win the some international medal for the swimming. So Olympics, I want to go for the Olympics, and I want to have that kind of gold medal in the Olympics because of the swimming. Now I am practicing myself continuously to the swimming, and that practicing is because I have the urge to earn that, and that practice has made me made me to earn the gold medal in the swimming. So that is the motive, right? And that has made me different, that has tagged me a superior as compared to the others. So that is the competency, right? So competency, it is that the knowledge I am having, I have put the knowledge into the skill, I have put that knowledge into the practice, and then I have practiced those things regularly, and that achieve because of that urge that I want to be superior as compared to the other. So that urge has made me superior as compared to the other, and that has made that is the competency. When I am able to make myself superior as compared to the other, that is the competency which I am having. Because now it's competency, because of the competency one person is being considered as the superior performer as compared to the other person. So that is the competency, we label it as a competency. Now, just to show the difference between the knowledge and experience, this is not that this component is stating about the knowledge that you have just you can say the fix up the things, but when you are getting the exposure, you are getting the experience with the passage of time, you have learned so many things, and you have used the knowledge with those learnings, that counts as the experience, and that brings the beauty in certain kind of things also, and that brings the output in a different way as compared to merely having the knowledge. Now, to have that beauty, to have that skill, that to have that competency, one needs to have the we talk about the innovations, because the skill says that the skill says that innovations are because when you are doing certain things, when you're trying to be when you're trying to exhibit the competency with respect to I just want to be superior as compared to the other, then certain innovation, certain kind of new things one has to explore, because that is the only way out through which you can keep yourself apart from the other. That innovations, if we just say about the innovations, those innovations can be in terms of the new product also, that can be in terms of the raw material also, that can be in terms of the new market or new form of organization also, right? So the innovations can be in any of the way when we are talking about the innovations. Now, innovations, when we are saying, if I just show you this figure, this is about dream life. Now, everybody wants to have the dream life like this. If I ask anybody, do you want your dream life like this? If I just share the screen, you just want the dream life like this. You want to have the dream life like this. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
So you want to have the dream life like this.
Yes, yes.
Just a minute. Want to have the dream life like this. What is the difference between these two figures? What is the difference between these two figures? Is it visible to all? Is it visible to all?
Yes, ma'am, it
Yes,
is
madam.
visible.
Yes, madam. Yes, madam.
Yes, it is
What
visible, madam.
okay, so you want to have the dream life like this, or you want to have the dream life like this?
And the first one, the one which is
Why?
bigger,
Why?
it stands out. I mean, uh, yeah,
Yeah,
it
why you
is
want to
more
have,
practical.
how it is practical? Why you are considering it to be practical?
Ma'am, I think according to me, I'm not that, I don't know whether I'm right or wrong, but it stands out, whereas the one before was sort of like merged, like it's not so clear. So dream should be something which is which we should focus. This is what I believe in.
I take the other side. Whatever you are saying, that is correct. I take the other side. It is close to me. It seems to be close to me, right?
Okay,
When,
okay, okay.
yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
you are also correct. When I'm saying about this figure, it is I'm perceiving it as to be distant from me. So you want the, you can achieve your dream when you keep your dreams with you, when you live with that dream, or when you keep your dream with you, and you live with that dream, you wake up with that dream, you sleep with that dream. So that is means it is close to you and you are living with that, and that is why it is more clear to you, right? It has a clarity, it has no yeah, some kind of dimness, it is bright, right? So you want your dream life like the bright, full of brights. And when we are talking about this thing, it means that we this is some kind of hazy, this is some kind of bleak, this is not that much bright, it is not having that much brightness, and it seems to be distant from me also. It is giving me the impression that I am not able to get it, because I don't, when I'm saying it seems to be distant from me, it means I don't have much clarity, because it is a smaller and it seems to be distant from me. So I'm not keeping this particular that particular dream with me. I have kept it away, a little bit away from me. That is why I am not able to see what I want to do, right? So that visualization may be a issue in that case. So purpose of saying this thing is that everybody wants to have the dream life like this, but to have that dream life like this, one has to be innovative in many ways. One has to be you can say the one has to show various kinds of innovativeness, one has to show various kinds of creativity in the various ways, that how whatever a skill I am having, how I can apply those skills, how I can creatively use those skills, so that my dream life can come closer to me. And when I'm saying closer to me, it means that I am living that, I am able to get that life in reality, right? So that needs to be that everyone wants. Now for that particular thing, the one thing which we talk about, that is the I am. Now I am means what I am, when we are talking about, that is the innovative mindset. That is all about the mindset which we are talking about. If you people must have people must have heard about, and we have heard about the story of here and tortoise, right? Here and tortoise, we have from the very beginning, when we were the kids, we have been told in our pre-nursery class and nursery class the story of the hare and turtle. The story of the hare and turtle was what? The story of the hare and turtle was all about the mindset. It was nothing but all about the mindset, and we have been told that the mindset play a huge role. So if uh, that here has thought that I'm going to win, obviously he has thought that I'm going to win. So obviously in that case he thought that nobody in the world can have the competition with me, so I am going to win at any cost. Right. So that is the mindset of fear. And the turtle was having the mindset, no doubt I am a slow, but if I consistently keep on doing, maybe I am able to win. So he has not afraid of any failure. He is not afraid of any surrendering the things. Only the thing is that he kept his persistency. He persistently kept on taking the steps, and at the last, without taking any rest, he was able to win the game. So it was positivity, positive mindset he was having, because of which he was able to win. And it was overconfidence kind of mindset, that he was trying to say that nobody in this world can compete with him. So that was a problem, because of which the hare was able to lose the game. So it is all about the mindset of the positivity. Now when we are saying about the mindset, we are saying mind plus set. So in our mind we have set certain kind of assumptions, we have set certain kind of methods, we have set certain kind of notions, and those assumptions, methods and notions are being held by the people, and they believe that it is going to deliver a good reward if they will be displaying those behavior. So mindset, so mind has been as in the mind certain kind of assumptions, notions have been set, and they, and those assumptions, notions, we believe that is going to deliver a good reward. So that is what the mindset of turtle, and that is what the mindset of the hare, right? So mind is that, but what makes that mindset to be innovative mindset? So innovators, what makes the mindset of the innovators a unique one? Because that the innovators mindset, the innovators make the mindset unique one, because they don't see the things, they don't see the negativity in anything, they see the positivity in everything. So if they are able to, if they able to see the positivity in everything, that will make the mindset of the innovators, that makes the mindset of the innovators unique. So innovators are those who has, their uniqueness is that because their mindset is like this, that they are, that they see the positivity in everything, just like this, that half glass full or half glass empty. So whether we are able to see the half glass full or half glass empty, that is the, that is our mindset, right? So that mindset is, innovators have the mindset that they see the half glass full rather than half glass empty. So they see, they look for the opportunities, they look for the avenues, and they try to explore more and more avenues without having this, without having this thing in mind that they may get the failure also, they may not able to achieve what they are looking for, but they don't surrender, they keep on putting their efforts, and that is the mindset of the innovators. So what these, all the people who have done the different kinds of innovations, they, or they have made their places, all they are because of that, their mindset, that they have done a lot of things, they have done, they have put a lot of efforts, and after that they were able to play, make a place for themselves, which has put them, or which has put them in a one kind of innovators category also. Now this, why we are saying that they don't surrender or this and that, because this is what I am showing to you, this is the uh, design of squiggles. So it means that when we have, normally we say that the innovators, they keep on doing the things, they're just trying to find out new things in everything, and without considering this in mind that they are not, they may get or they may not get any result. So that kind of confusion is there. So when a person has a lot of uncertainty, a lot of confusion, and the person is not surrendering itself, and keep on doing the research and research and research and research, so clarity gradually comes to the mind. And that clarity, when the concept when the concept becomes clear to the person, then a new innovation or new design will be created. So this design of squiggle is that it is the innovators, they have a lot of confusions, they have a lot of, they have a lot of uncertainty, but they keep on, they're putting up, they keep on putting their efforts to get the clarity in that particular concept, in that particular thought process on. And once the clarity is there, the outcome will be the new innovation or new design. So mindset of the innovators, when we are saying there are four quadrants, because the innovators not only dream, they apply, they are the doers also. So if we are only having the dreamers, if we are only if we are only dreaming and not doing anything, we are just like the Mungeri, like a scene happening, right? All of you must have watched that serial also. So if we just keep on dreaming and we are not applying, we are not putting any efforts to do the dreams, to convert the dream into reality, then it will be just like the it will be just like the Mungeri Lal ke scenes hapne, and that will be the dreamers. And On the other hand, if we just keep on doing the things without having any dream in our mind that why I am doing this, what I am going to get out of this, what I should, whether it is correct or whether it is not correct, whether I should do it or whether I should not do it. So without having any clarity, without having any thought in my mind, I am just putting my efforts in that direction. It means it is only action without strategy. And if we don't have any kind of application, and if we don't dream at all, it means that we are not doing anything. It is a nah type of thing. So innovative mind means that we are having the dreams, we have the strategy, we are putting the efforts. At the same time, we are applying those things, whatever is coming to our mind. We are just trying to check it up, practically also, that whether it is workable or not. If it is workable, what kind of things are coming the way, and how we can improve upon more. So that is the category of the innovators comes. So innovators, in case of innovators, the one most important thing is the curiosity. So curiosity is the wick in the candle of learning of the innovators. The moment, if the person has lost that curiosity of asking, curiosity of knowing, curiosity of uh, getting the exposure to the new things, uh, the person's learning will be stopped. So the candle of learning will keep on burning with the oil of curiosity, right? So the moment you will keep on putting the oil of curiosity, then obviously that candle of learning will keep on happening. And one thing must be there, that if we have the curiosity and we want to do it, the things will not happen in a one night. We have to sleep with it, that particular thing daily, and we have to believe in that, because it is being said it is not the lack of resources that cause the failure, but it is a lack of resourcefulness that cause the failure. So uh, in this world, nobody is fully equipped with all the kinds of resources. There is always a lacuna in every system, in every kind of things, right? And nobody in this world is perfect. So every kind of a person has that lacuna. But how we are able to overcome that lacuna in the system, and with that lacuna in the system, how we are able to get the things done, and how whatever lacuna I am having, how I am able to what kind of things I am able to use, so that my that lacuna doesn't come in the way of my work, or in the way of my achievements. That is the thing which is required. But most of the minds, what happens, the most of the minds, they fail to appreciate this particular thing, because most of the minds, whatever is happening, whatever things that they think that the things should happen in this way, but actually the things happens like this, not in as per their desire. So that is what that they think that the things should happen in this way, and the things happen is happening this way. So this value of disappointment, they lost in this value of disappointment in such a way that they are not if they are being lost in this value of disappointment, they may not able to get anything. But the people who have crossed this value of disappointment, then whatever is happening may be greater than what they have thought about, what they have thought that should happen. So this value of disappointment which happens in the initial year, that requires a very uh, positivity in the minds. And if the mind is not being able, if the mind is not being channelized or conditioned in such a way that this value of a disappointment is just a test for us, and this will, if this crossing this value of disappointment, there is a brighter side where we can get what we have never thought about. If the person has appreciated, if the mind has appreciated this particular thing, of the future is with them. But what happens, normally we just lost ourselves in this valley of disappointment, where we just try to keep on saying the things that I was looking for this thing, but I was getting this thing, right? So that is the value of disappointment which normally the minds fail to appreciate. And that um, the mind fails to appreciate because the mind is not that much powerful to get itself come out from this particular thing. So if your mind is so much conditioned or strong, that mind may be able to get out of this valley of disappointment in a good manner, in a very fast manner also. Now, saying all these things, why we have told so many things about the minds and that, because uh, just to narrate one particular thing before I'm proceeding, because why we have said so many things with respect to mind and all that. uh, the all the you can say the whatever efforts have been taken uh, regarding the skills, there may be a lot of avenues existing with respect to the skills, but we are not prone towards that, because our mindset has in the maximum cases our mindset does not appreciate that now we are learned person, now we not to go to any other things, now we not to learn anything, everything we know or most of the things we know, so we stop entertaining any kind of things in our mind, and we are just with ourselves. So that is one of the thing which has created a various kinds of skill gaps also, right? So we our mind, when we stop our mind to come to the new area, when we stop our mind to appreciate the new things, then we are closing our minds to accept anything. Now just to you can say the narrate one story, I would like to narrate one story in this context. uh, that story was about before I say something about this slide, the story was about a father, about a father and his son, because father was the son of that father, the son of that father was very much the son's name was Narendra. So Narendra father was very much worried that his son Narendra was very much always keep on always engrossed in the various kinds of games, and never paid any attention on the you can say the any kind of things which may add to his which may be good for him, like the education or some kind of skill or this or that. So the father was a lawyer, and he was always worried about his naughty child, and always worried that his son is always engrossed playing all the time. And he has, whenever he comes to from the office, he always seen that the son is playing. So when one day when he returned home and from the court, and he saw that his son Narinda was playing outside. So he called his wife, uh, and he pointed towards his son and said that I think you are not paying attention on our son. He said this thing to his wife, that I think you are not, I don't think that you are paying attention towards the son, because whenever I'm coming he is always playing. If you were paying the attention towards the son, you must have counseled him that he should do the thing, this is kind of things also, and he should see the his career also. So mother at that point of time did not say anything, and he just do one. She did one thing. She did not pay any kind of attention on what the father was saying, and she did only one thing. She just took the son with him inside the house. Now one day when everybody was having the dinner, after dinner, mother took the son with him after dinner, and because both were still awake, rest everybody was sleeping. Then mother took the son with her, and without saying even a single word, she took the son in front of a big painting, and that painting was the painting was depicting about the Lord Krishna. So Lord Krishna, the painting was about the Lord Krishna, and wherein the Lord Krishna was narrating the Bhagavad Gita to Arjun. So mother asked son that, child, son, you look at the image and tell me what do you want to become, right? So mother took the child in front of the painting and just ask the son, you just look at this picture image and just tell me what you want to become. And son very is the deeply seeing the picture image, and said, I just want to become the uh, coachman. So the coachman who is sitting in front of the seat and holding the reins of the horse. So I just want to become the coachman. So mother then again asked, do you want to become the coachman? Are you sure? Then son asked. Then son replied, yes, I want to become the coachman. Then mother simply asked the son, look son, your aim should be bigger and greater. You want to become the coachman, right? But see which coachman you want to become. You want to become the coachman who is holding the reins of the horse, or you want to become the coachman who is holding the reins of something else, right? So what she means was that she just want to divert his mind, son's minds, with respect to that what you are supposed to look. Don't look only one person who is holding the control of the horses. Just try to look the other side, the another side of the thing, which where the one person is holding the reins of the other person in the way of guiding him, in the way of, you can say, the uh, counseling him on the path of the, you can say, the goodness. Just pay attention on that. So she said that you are not paying attention on the another person who is guiding the one person to be on the track of rightness, to be on the track of goodness, and that if that person is able to guide, obviously other things are going to follow. So try to see the bigger picture. So she was pointing out that why you are looking at this person who is holding the reins of the horse. Try to look at the another person who is also on the path of the rightness, is holding the is guiding the person who is holding the reins of the horses. So was she was pointing out that don't look at this side, look at the other side also. So she maybe the boy was having the age of only is the not much, only 12, 12 years, may not be able to get the entire message, but the boy was able to get one particular thing from the mother, that that we are not supposed to see one thing, but we are supposed to see the other side also. So that immense impression which the mother has made on the mind of the son, that immense impression was so much that that has changed the entire mindset or the life of the that son also. So this is how the mindset, if it is being made in the initial years, how this mindset can bring the results, how this mindset can be changed, or this mindset can force the individuals to see so many things which the person is not able to see. And that mindset with which I started my this slide, that mindset is also relating to this, that I want, if I'm saying that I don't want to see any other thing, it means I am close. So obviously there is going to be a lot of disparity. So if I and the major reason for any kind of disparity with respect to the skills is because of that blockage of mindset. So skill gap happens when disparity there means that what actually is the demand of the skills and what actually the kind of skills we are having. The disparity between the individual skills and the individual skills and the skills which are required, which are necessary at present. So it means that there is a lacking of particular kind of skills in the market. So there may be a lot of skill development program policies which are addressing the skill gaps by providing the training, education opportunities to the individuals to acquire the skills which are needed for the current and future employment. But those skills, those opportunities are not going to give the results until unless one person has that kind of, one the individuals has that kind of mindset, where they are prone towards that, where they are prone towards, because these are the some ready-made things, generalized things. One has to customize it according to its own requirement, and that customization only the can be done by the individuals according to their mindset. So there may be a lot of skill gaps. If we just talk about the skill gaps, which where the lot of number of engineers like are being produced, but they don't have that kind of skills, because all the institutions were producing the number of engineers, but the kind of skills the industry required, those skills were not possessed by. So that was leading towards the underemployment, and that is also the kind of skill gap. So need of the present era is that one has to shift in the global mega trend in the sphere of technology, digitalization, urbanization, and globalization, because there has been a shift in the job sector's demands for the skills. And to succeed in this 21st century, one skill or another one need to have. So one need to have a one skill or another kind of skill, so that whenever any company or whenever any organization comes, then they are able to get that spark. They are able to get that this person is useful and this is what is required. So we are not talking about of having any kind of super skills right now, but the only thing is that whenever any kind of new skills, one should always be prepared to learn and to improve upon oneself. So that is the game of entire mindset, that one should not, with which I was saying this thing, that if one person is knowing about certain things, it is not that is the end. There are always, the person should always be on toes to learn the new things and to improve upon whatever things the person is having. Even the skills which has been even the skills which have been the basic skills which has been talked about in the present era is has been categorized in the four categories. We'll discuss all these skills in the later slides also. But all these different kinds of skills are being considered as relevant under the given question, right? So that has been categorized as the necessary skills for in the present era. But we normally, what happened that we don't normally don't we are not prone towards the learning of these kind of new skills, because we have this kind of achiephobia. So this achiephobia means that where we are scared of learning the new things, because we are saying that no, I will not learn this. I will not go into this new area, because the people may be saying what the hell this person is doing, or I may have gone to that area, but still I may be saying that this is the last time I am doing this. Or the other side, the person may be saying, I may be having the belief that if I have made any kind of mistakes, then what will happen? So if these kind of things are coming up, where I'm just trying to, I have restricted myself to apply any new things, or I have restricted myself to go into some new kind of things to learn, or I am scared that about this particular thing because of the opinions or the verdicts of the others, it means this achophobia is with me. So that if this is with me, it means I will not be able to learn the new things, or I have kept my mind closed, or I have kept myself closed to for any kind of innovation, any kind of new things in my life. So this is one of the major reasons because of which the people they don't this is one of the major reasons because of which, say, these kind of gaps or disparities are taking place. Now, skill development, basically, broadly, it is comprised of the school education, higher education, industrial or technical training, and vocational training also. But in general, when we are talking about the skill development, it is the objective is to equip the individuals with the marketable skills. But in the present era, it is not only in terms of the marketable skills. It has been used in the context of technical vocational training for manufacturing, industrial or services sector also. vocational training, like educational training, which we intend to specifically develop the knowledge or skills in the students, so that they can make themselves learner specialized in some specific vocation also. And there are many higher education programs also where vocational trainings are being conducted, like the medicine, engineering, law, which are vocational, and there are some other courses also where the vocational trainings are less. But however, these they it is helping the students to develop the various kinds of presentation skills, because where these kind of vocational trainings are less, then there are other things are also present, right? But still, in the present global skill economy, the student has to have the presentation skills. That is why in the maximum cases we tend to offer this presentation skills in the skill enhancement category, where every student, not only one category, one branch of student, every student can have this kind of analytical skills. We tend to have the skill enhancement courses like the decision making, decision decision making skills, or decision making avenue, decision making style. So all these we used to incorporate as a part of the skill enhancement courses, because this has a relevance in the present social economy. And the because why we are saying, because we have introduced, NEP has introduced, NEP has made one category of skill enhancement, because the emphasis is not on the cramming. The rote learning has been the paradigm has been shifted from the rote learning to the skill based learning. So the emphasis is not to cram everything. So that is why the one category of skill enhancement courses has been introduced by the NEP also, where how the things have been, the things the delivery has been made on the application basis, that if you are teaching a presentation skills, it is not that I am telling you these are the do's and don'ts. I am shifting you, I am putting you in the role of presenter, and I am evaluating you that how you are presenting. So in the first case, I am seeing, I am evaluating your presentation, and then after giving the inputs, after some time again I'll be asking you to give the presentation. I will try to see that how, what kind of improvements have been made. So it is not the is giving the teacher is giving the inputs, it is the students who are getting the inputs from teacher, as well as from the way they are presenting themselves during those things. So this has there has it has been shifted like this, the paradigm has, the shift has taken place like this. But it is also the fact that since it is the strength of the Indian systems, Indians has been on the on learning by rote. So that this changing the socioeconomic environment, the because of the kind of you can see the requirements of the industry and the market, the focus on improving the skills of the youth has been there. And to facilitate all these things, we have the move has been from the traditional system of learning, as it is of limited value in the modern globalized world. So skill development has been recommended by NEP 2020. It has recommended that imparting the crucial life skills crucial skills and life skills to learners, which is instrumental for their holistic development, is very much required. So the curriculum for the life skills they have developed, it has been developed by UGC in 2019, just to support the undergraduate learners to realize that the kind of skills they require to possess, so that they can be made a socially responsive citizens. So that curriculum which they have designed, that curriculum includes the four categories or four modules, which includes the communication skills, professional skills, leadership and management skills, and universal human values. So they are saying that it has to be imparted to the skills, and they have categorized as the life skills, because they are saying it has to be imparted to all the undergraduate learners, so that they can become a socially responsible citizen. So they have so they have realized their importance, not only for importance for the students, not only as a student, but as a human being, for the as an individual, for the as a good individual, or for a good human being, for the society as a whole. So keeping into consideration, they have created that curriculum which contains the four modules, and they have this particular curriculum at the UG level. Uh, they have implemented, and to make it more effectively implemented, they have come out with the life skills 2.0 curriculum, that curriculum with the guidelines, because they just want that this curriculum, this socially responsible citizen of charter which they have in their mind, can be put into the practice, you can say the practically. So for that reason, they UGC they have UGC has come up with the guidelines also for the life skills 2.0, that is Jeevan Kaushal 2.0, and they are just trying to upgrade those modules with the new modules like the digital literacy, social media, digital ethics, cyber security, verbal and non-verbal communication, cognitive and non-cognitive, managing personal finance, constitutional values, justice and human rights. All they are just trying to. Basically, it is not the end. Whatever they have created, they are keeping it. They are reviewing it and updating the modules also. So the thought is, the underlying thought behind this is that each higher education system, they have said that these are only the guidelines. So the thought is that these are only the guidelines. Every because every education system is unique in itself. So whatever is suited to that particular local context, it can be modified or it can be implemented in that way. So it is not the rule that every higher education institution has to follow the few things in that in the same way in which they have mentioned. They are saying that as per the requirements, as per the context requirements, it can be modified or uh, it can be modified as per their own, we can say, the requirements. The flexibility they have given, that what is applicable to that higher education institution and what is not applicable to higher education institution, that can be possibility there. So they have realized, because whenever we are saying skills and knowledge, it is one of the driving forces of the economic growth, and social development for any country is happening because of these things. So because we know that India currently it is facing a severe shortage of well trained skilled workers as compared to other, you can say, the countries. Only 2.3% of the workforce in India, they are undergoing some kind of formal training, and if you just see the other countries, that is the figure is in double digit. So large sections of the educated workers, either they don't have any kind of job skills or they have a very little job skills. And in both the cases, either I am not having a skills or I am having a little job skills, it is making me largely unemployment. So the purpose is to scale up the training efforts so that the demands of the employers can be met and the economic growth can be driven in that way. So India's skilling capacity. So India's annual skilling capacity has been estimated at approximately 7 million during 2013-14. But India, apart from meeting its own demand, India has still the potential to provide a skilled workforce. And whatever gap is existing, shortfall is expected in the developed world, that can be filled by the India. Reason being, again, as I mentioned, India has been categorized as one of the youngest nation in the world because it has more than 54% of the total population between the below the age of 25 years, and over 62% of the population in the working age of 15 to 59 years. So that label them, that tag them the India one of the youngest nations. But and the only thing which one has to take into consideration, that the gap, the advantage which we are talking about, that advantage is only for a very short period of time we have. The demographic dividend advantage which we are talking about, that is predicted to last on only until 2040. If we are not able to, and the time is very less with us, India has a very narrow time frame to capitalize on this demographic dividend to harness the benefit from this demographic dividend and to overcome its skill shortages. Because after that, even that the advantage which we are talking about, which we are claiming very positively on a high note, that advantage we will not be with us. So it is expected that this over the next decade, this population pyramid is expected to bulge across the 15 to 50 for 59-year age group over the next decades. So is going to be this is going to the time frame to get this advantage is very narrow, and one India has to put all the efforts to get the advantage from this phase. If it is not able to get the advantage from this, then obviously it is going to India may be having the kind of skill shortages, the kind of issues they are having, it may not be able to address. Now, what the skill challenges in front of the India, in case of India, is there are a lot of skill challenges uh, which may be further aggravated by the fact that skill training efforts they cut across the multiple sectors and require the involvement of various stakeholders.
Hello, ma'am. You are not audible. Hello. Hello. Ma'am, can you hear me? Hello. I think madam has got disconnected. So maybe internet issue. It's a technical issue from this resource person. Will wait. Hello. Hello,
Hello, ma'am.
ma'am.
Yeah.
I think resource person she got disconnected. Internet issue. I'm trying to contact her, but could not. I'm trying.
Okay.
Ma'am, you are not audible. Are you there, ma'am? Jyoti, ma'am, can you hear me? Madam is trying to connect. Okay, please be there.
Yeah, am I
Yes,
audible now? Am I audible
yes,
now?
ma'am, you are audible. Yes, ma'am.
Actually, there is a lot of rain is happening here, so a little bit internet connection problem is coming here.
Okay.
Just a minute. Otherwise, I also log in through the mobile. So we were talking about that neither vertical nor horizontal is the point. The point is the integration. That how we can integrate the vertical and horizontal map. How we can integrate what benefit we can get, because when we are integrating when we are integrating both vertical and horizontal mapping, then obviously the depth of the skills and the versatility of the skills, both we are able to get. And the more the both the things we are getting, more both the things we are able to get, the more it will help the organizations and the society to become more agile and responsive to the different kinds of strategies also. So the benefits of the integration is leading towards the holistic talent development. It will build a agile workforce. It will contribute to more informed decision making regarding the talent acquisition and training and organization. So strategic workforce planning will be possible if the integration is if the horizontal and vertical integration is happening. So inclusive human development requires no, both the things. That is one should have the access to the skilling. That is the we have to expand the skilling ecosystem, and secondly, quality of the skilling. That is the kind of skills options, the kind of skills avenues available. One, the quality of that skilling has to be enhanced. So both the things are required, and that will lead towards the inclusive human development also. Now, I was talking about the life skills which are required to be for a professional. Uh, I talked about that Jivan Koshal, that how the Jivan Koshal 2.0, how the UGC, what kind of life skills the UGC has given the models regarding the different kinds of life skills, and those models have been categorized in the four categories. I'm just talking about those things. The kind of the first life skill which has been talked about, that is the patience. How one has to how the patience has to be developed. If the patience is being shown by the teacher, even if I take the example, if the patience is being shown by the members of the family, that is a father or mother or any other body it's a part of the family, then the same kind of patience is also you can expect from the kids also. So it is a great it is one of the hugely required skills, because it is the thing which is required in the present generation. So one has to act in a way so that one can serve as a role model to the students. And that normally happens when we teach in the class, we use the board and marker or chalk and board, because that helps that how patiently we are starting from this concept to this concept to this concept, how we are linking, how we are drawing a diagram, how we are solving the equations. That is the message indirectly given to the students, that how the patients will, because the present here the student, if we are just showing the presentation, I'm not against the presentation, but if we are just putting the efforts on the presentation, that I have prepared the slide and I'm just showing it to the this is in front of the students, it is giving a different kind of message also, that has its own relevance in certain cases also, but that has another the whiteboard and marker has its own relevance in the various cases also. Then secondly, the time management skills which is required. The time management skills are essential so that A teacher can teach, teacher can have the control over the entire things also, and can move as per its own pace, comfortable pace. So there are different strands of the responsibilities in the life of the teacher. So one, how one is dividing, and how one is dividing everything, because there may be certain kind of things which we don't want to do but we have to do. So a lot of time is being wasted in those kind of unwanted things also. So how one is able to balance all these things, that is also some kind of message the students are getting, and they will be they this is also one of the way through the which that this skill can be inculcated among the students. So one has to prioritize the task, has to make a to-do list, and has to meet the deadlines also. Communication may be verbal or non-verbal, maybe verbal or written. All this is also required, and higher education teachers, they often communicate with the students, teachers, and so many other stakeholders. So verbal communication helps the students, helps the teachers to make their lessons, material, and expectations clear, and the way they want the students to understand, that helps them in that way, and obviously the students also pick in the same way. Written communication is also required, but certain things regarding the written communication is very much essential. That is, what kind of words I am selecting, how I am speaking, what I am speaking, and whether it is being understandable to others. That is also the another part of the communication. Then another thing which is required, that is the another life skill which is required, is the oral communication. And that oral communication skills, they can simplify various complex subjects also. So the kind of instructions we are giving, how we are able to adapt to the different situations, because if we are seeing the students in the class and out the class, if we are observing the student behavior in the class and outside the class, students are also doing the same thing. They are also observing the behavior inside the class and outside the class, right? So they are also learning from us in that way. So the organization is the another skill, which means that if the teacher finds if the teacher is being perceived or being taken as unorganized, means that may not be able to teach a lesson, or maybe always find himself or herself in some kind of you can say the situation where he's not able to set the example in front of the students also. So all the day-to-day activities has to be organized in a different way. Then another skill which is relating with that, that is the leadership. Leadership is the ability to guide and motivate the others. So teachers need leadership skills, not only inside the class but outside the class also. So keep the students organized, keep the students engaged, keep the students on toes for various kinds of activities, and that will help the students to learn more. Merely saying that event will be organized in this way, rather than putting them to organize a event, it will it will help in engaging the students also. It will help in channelizing their energy also, and it will help them to learn the practicality of the things which they talk about theoretically. So leadership is all about, not only about influencing, it is all about growing the others, motivating the others when they are doing good, or in trying to instill a confidence in the teams, so that they can balance their daily things. Critical thinking is the another life skills, where the available facts, evidence, observations, and arguments are being analyzed in such a way so that rational, skeptical, and unbiased analysis and evaluation can be taken place. So, with a strong critical thinking, a teacher can consider the best interest of the students, and for that, the teacher has to has to analyze both student work and their academic sources to complete the research. So, it means that whatever the judgment, whatever the decision is being taken, that is based on all the facts and evidence, whatever is available. Creativity, one has to enhance the creativity in terms of giving the assignments, creativity in terms of creativity in terms of asking the questions, creativity in terms of the real life applications. So all those things is being transferred from the teacher to the student. Like one of the teacher one of my colleague who is teaching in another department, he said that this time I have thought he is studying is taking the classes of environmental studies. He said this time I will be teaching the course, and I'm planning to give the assignment. I said, what assignment? He said that I will be giving the assignment that you just count the number of trees in this campus and the age of the trees, and how what kind of process, what kind of labeling has been done, and this and that. So this is what he thought that will be asking the students to cover entire campus with that. So that will help the students to understand the relevance of the various things related to the environment also. So I said very good. So that is the creativity. So creativity in that way is very much required, that you have to think something new, that how the things, the the creativity can be in this way also, that how I am asking the students to do certain kind of things. So some students, they bluntly say that I'm not going to do it, but how I am asking them to do the things, that is also the part of creativity. Then problem solving means that some kind of unexpected technical issues uh, may hamper the work also. So using the logics, evaluating the merits of ideas and statements, that helps the students, that helps to identify and resolve the issues also. So the problem solving actually entails about the creativity also. The problem solving actually entails about the logical thinking and out of box thinking also. So another is the technological skills. All of us have been now well equipped with the technology. Not I will say well equipped, but maximum most of the cases we are equipped with the uh, technology, because we have learned this thing because of that pandemic of 2020, which has which has diverted, which has reinforced, which has uh, pushed us to go for the new style of a new method or new pedagogy of the teaching. So it was because of the pandemic, but one has to be proactive in that even without the assistance of some technicians, even without the assistance of so many things, we are able to do that particular thing also. So that is also technology skills. Then we have the relational skills. Relational skills, that is one of the unique aspects of the academia, that we spend a great deal of our life in relating to the different set of peoples across the whole age of spectrum. So we have to have that kind of skills where we know that how I am supposed to how I am supposed to how I am supposed to interact with this age group, and how I am supposed to interact with this. So what are the do's and don'ts I have to follow for these different age groups while having the interaction with those. Intellectual skills are the another, because you don't have to be the smartest person in the room, but you always have to be best informed and most committed learner in the room. So that is the sense of the present era. So we have to keep on developing ourselves intellectually, technologically, so that other can, if anything is being asked or if anything is being raised, we should have the curiosity to learn that, curiosity to know about that particular thing also. So all these are only the some of which I have talked about. Apart from that, it is the other things which has also been made, and this list is being upgraded. Again, this list is under updation, where a lot of new things are being added. The major challenge which we are facing in the skilling is that we have a dependence on the training providers, which have the temporary infrastructure. The linkage is not that much strong with the higher education skilling. Skilling is not that much linked to the higher education also. Then job roles and are very limited, and that provide very limited practical training also. And industry academia limited industry participation in academia, that is also the another challenge. And skilling is yet to be emerged as an aspirational career path. So that is also the some of the challenges. So we have the standardization across the skilling ecosystem where we have the different kinds of assessments, certification patterns, and the trainings also. And there may be we have the certain standardized curriculum also. We have the state quality cell also. We have the common norms also. So we have that kind of standardized ecosystem also, and we have the different international mobility of the skilled youth also, where we have that institutional mechanism also to promote the international mobility also, where the demand aggregation, skill India's international centers, state agencies and curriculums are there, which tend to upgrade the curriculum to international standards, and some kind of mutual recognition certificates through the agreements also. But still, a lot of things has to done to strengthen the skill academics. Curriculum development is one of the things, industry participation is another, soft skills training is one of the thing which is required not only for one specific domain but for every domain, for every kind of discipline. Career counseling, still we the still the there is a lot of suspiciousness, haziness among the minds of the students, that what career I am going to pursue. Certifications and recognitions, technology and integration, one has to do student centric approach, still lacking. We have to work upon that. How to take the assessment and feedback, still the process is not that much strong. And then the lot of things has to be spent on the R&D, and the government spot obviously is one of the things which is required at various levels also. So how to improve a skill that can which can be helpful in the career, and creating the different job prospects. uh, One has to recognize where one can improve upon, and whatever the things have been recognized, one has to break it into the different part and has to show the commitment towards each segment. And if required, the suitable support system should be present, so that sufficient things, sufficient energy, and sufficient output can be generated out of that. That's all from my side. Thank you all for patience hearing. If anybody has any question, I would be happy to give the response.
Thank you, ma'am. It was a wonderful lecture, ma'am, and we learned a lot. I think. Is there any question? Anyone to ask? Anyone to ask? I think no. So I would like to request.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yes, please. Actually, all of a sudden, I just left the meeting. Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to ask you that you have spoken about the different factors of, related to skill development. There was one which is curiosity.
Yeah.
Now, in today's generation, I mean, I'm just, it's a suggestion, I mean, getting your idea,
Hmm.
how are we as the faculty members or the mentors or teachers, whatever you call us, how are we going to increase the curiosity? Because nowadays you talked about from root learning we'll have to go to skill development. uh, so what are your ideas, how do we increase the curiosity of students?
Um, this is my observation. I feel that curiosity among the students is has been compromised to a certain extent because of one reason, because we are paying too much emphasis on the marks, and or the students are getting this message that the marks are important, so they in the race of that competition of getting more and more marks, what the kind of things they need to learn, that has been compromised, or that has been set aside by them, right? So when we are paying to when I said that marks are important but remarks are more important, when I am highlighting this thing in my class that marks are important but remarks are more important, then I am saying something that you think something and you just come up with the questions. Whatever I am telling you, just think about that and come up with that, and we'll be happy to help you, and we'll be happy to carry it further also. So this is one of the thing which we this is one of the thing which I feel that when we are saying that it is not only we, it is not only you or me, it is some kind of system is such that if this much marks you are getting, you will be getting this much obviously. But we always said that this is only the entry. If we are giving the message to the students that this is only the gate pass, and after that all are equivalent, and you will be selected, or you will be getting the things as per your capability, as per your you can say the as per your knowledge which you have acquired because of your curiosity. So that relevance I am able to portray in the mind of the, or we are able to portray in the mind of the students, that will be a good thing through which the curiosity can be more ignited, or curiosity can be upheld in a longer way. So too much fussy because this is our experience in the present era, that the students have become, they have kept, they are putting marks more important as compared to learning. So that is the problematic thing, and we are the only people who can break this thing also, right? So this is my observation regarding it, that marks having the competition for getting the more good grades or marks, that is suppressing their urge to learn, that is suppressing their urge to explore something, that is suppressing their urge to know something. So the moment their urge to know something, urge to learn something has been suppressed, their curiosity to ask anything will also be set. Will be their curiosity to ask anything will be only relating to how I can get more marks, how I can do this thing, rather than saying ki how I can get more marks. I should say ki how you can improve upon this answer or this portion. What thing you are required to learn more, right? So that thing I'm saying the same, but the way I am asking him or her, that may be, that is a different one. So I think this is one of the way through which we can upgrade their curiosity also. We can give them certain kind of projects assignments also, through which that will be open ended. You think like I supposed to give one diagram, and I said okay, you think what is in this diagram. It is up to you, you just think about this, what is this diagram, put it in the words and bring it to me. So I'm just asking, I'm not giving any kind of guidelines, so stop giving any kind of guidelines. I'm not giving any guidance what you are supposed to do. Just think about this, what is coming into your mind, you just put it, you just relate it with this, and that's all. So you just bring that particular thing because of your innovativeness, because of your curiosity. The moment you have put the student on a one particular path of curiosity, the other things will come at its own pace. So we only have to shift the from that particular path to the path of curiosity. The moment he or she gets that kind of addiction of knowing something, other things will follow up, other things will be following that particular thing.
Thank you, ma'am.
Now, I would like to request Madam Tapushi to deliver the vote of thanks.
So, Madam, first of all, thank you very much for picking up this very important topic, which is an integral part of the NEP, that is skill development. You very nicely differentiated or compared skill development with competency, and what are the factors relating to skill development, how are we to motivate the children, connect them to the dream life, and of course positive mindset is very important, so that they can grow a innovative way of developing their skills. And we also had a talk on curiosity. You stressed on believing in oneself, so that resourcefulness is also an important part. You talked about the skill gaps which are there nowadays between what the child knows and what is required by an industry. And you also suggested that we need to upskill our students and try to, convert or help our children to move from rote learning to skill-based learning. You spoke about the different life skill professionals which is required,
And of course, in any factor, challenges are there and ways to improve. So, Madam, thank you so much. You have, in a very simple way, explained how to go about with skill development, and I'm sure we've learned a lot and we'll be able to apply it to our area. Uh, Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It is not only you have get some points. Even I have learned certain things from you also. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
Uh, Now, the second resource person, respected Supran Sharma sir, he is already there with us. We are already late. So, I'm again requesting Madam Tapusi to introduce our next resource person.
So again, a warm welcome to the second session of today's MMTTC NEP 2020 Organization Sensitization Program. We have with us in the second session Dr. Shupran Kumar Sharma, who's the Associate Professor, School of Business, Faculty of Management, Sri Mata Vaishno Devi University, Katra, and he has a vast experience in teaching and learning for more than over around 20 years. He completed his post-graduation MPhil and PhD degree from Kurukshetra University, and he has already one book to his credit and more than 45 research papers in various national and international journals. His areas of interest include efficiency and productivity measurement, project management, entrepreneurship management, applied econometrics. He has completed 6 major research projects under the sponsorship of AICTE, ICSSR, UGC New Delhi. He has interest, or we can say he's a constant learner in the field of statistics and econometric softwares like SPSS. And at present, he holds the post of Chief Coordinator, Entrepreneurship Development Cell, along with being the Director, Directorate Quality Assurance, and Director, Malviya Mission Teacher Training Center. He has uh, about supervised 5 PhD candidates in AI under the Stanford University and mentored about 10 master degree students in data science from the University of Texas. So we are very like overwhelmed to have you with us today. And since you're talking about research development, over to you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Saha, and good afternoon, all. Welcome to the session. Starting a bit late, but we will have creative learning during the session. Session will be majority of the time remaining participative. So I would be requesting all the participants to please switch on your camera. You know, it is the mandatory condition of this program by UGC. UGC strongly asks for participative sessions because I have, along with the job as a faculty member, as professor of management, another responsibility is with me, that is director of the one of the centers. 114 centers UGC has given throughout the country. So one of the center is running this program, Assam University. But along with it, I'm also handling this center in my university. So participation and switching on the camera is a necessary condition. So please adhere to that, and we will be having a participative session. Another disclaimer I want to give you from the beginning is, on Meet, Google Meet, we have normally troubles of variety of type. Trouble is now I'm not able to share my screen, right? When I'm not able to share my screen, there is a provision that when I will be sharing the entire screen, I will be able to share the screen. So I will be sharing the entire screen of mine. But because session will be remaining interactive, so I will be flipping between sharing the screen and not sharing the screen. Not sharing the screen means I will be interacting with you at that time. So please, you have to bear with me. Google Meet has its own features in terms of the, I say, um, better quality and others, and in the less data, you say, availability on less bandwidth, it can work. But that is one trouble we have. So I am sharing the screen now, and session is going to start in a sense with a question mark, right? So you have to answer some of the questions. We will be having the session like that. In the say NEP implementation, one of the major trouble we were facing means because we were part of that. When this you say tailor-made NEP orientation and sensitization program was being framed uh, at the UGC level, there were a lot of deliberations in and around it. So we are familiar with that. You say updates and other things. So in the light of that, we will be uh, making discussions and deliberation in and around. So keeping that thing in mind, let us initiate the session with a question mark. Question mark in the sense that, yeah, again it is not permitting. There is some technical flaw. Yeah, I hope now I will be, yes, now it is working. Now tell me, screen is visible to you? Somebody
Yes,
confirm me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Uh, as I said, we will start the session with a question. Research and development ecosystem. One of the very prominent dimension of the national education policy. Two are the important thing in the national education policy on which emphasis is there. Means they are the objective. Rest of the things are technically associated with the achieving the objective of it. Like holistic education is the objective we have. Research and development is an objective. Skill development of the students is an objective. And to achieve them, various things are there. So one of the major planks is research and development. So let us understand that. And the question that is I would like to have is, what are the quality parameters of good research? According to you, what are the quality parameters of good research? One after the other, I would like to seek answers from you. What are the quality parameters of good research? अगर आपको एक रिसर्च को असेस करना है, किस क्वालिटी पैरामीटर से डिसाइड करेंगे कि रिसर्च अच्छा है या नहीं? कि there are so many troubles and problems and predatory journals and other things nowadays we have. So what's your take on it? Yes, I told you in the beginning it will be interactive session. So what are the quality parameters of good research? Can we hear from you? Yes, you can try. Yeah. What can be the quality parameters of good research? Good research कब good research कहते हैं आप? Yes.
The research should be original first. That means it should be a fresh idea of from the researcher.
Okay,
It
fresh
should
idea
be,
or novel idea. Yeah.
yeah, something new should come out from the researcher. Then we can say that it's a good research.
Outcome. Yes. Technically, you are saying
Then
it should be some contribution to the existing literature. It should not be
yeah,
uncommon. It should not be common. It should be uncommon. Very good.
yeah, yes, sir. Then another one is sir. the significance of the study, the significance of the research. That means whether this kind of research, how much it is contributing for the community person, or maybe the people, those who are staying in the society, or maybe a particular target group, how much significant the research is. That is also very much important.
Relevance and significance.
Yeah.
Very right. Very good. Very good. Somebody else, please. Quality
Sir,
parameter
it
of
should have a sir, it should have an objective. It should be it should not be of any kind of biasness.
it should be
Um
objective in nature. Objective is in the sense of it should not be subjective, it should be objective. It should be free from any kind of biasness in terms of
yes.
your prejudice thought or dealing the data
Um
in a specific way. It should not be like this. Appropriate tool,
then
appropriate approach, appropriate focus, and appropriate level of rationality is adopted. Very good, very nice. Others,
then
please.
I think
Uh,
sir, I think it should
Yeah,
have a proper method and
relevant
the
and
methods
it
relevant,
should
relevant
be
method.
reliable and valid. It should have reliability and validity.
validity and reliability of data, and estimations is also a criteria. Very good, very right. Quality parameter of good research, 3 4 parameters you have given to me. Some others. Yes. Now I'm making the things easy for you. We can divide broadly the whole criteria of quality parameter into two broader categories: objective criteria and subjective criteria. What can be objective criteria? Are what can be subjective? Whatever you have told me till now broadly can be fall into the subjective criteria: relevance, significance, objectives, objective nature of the study, or you have said relevance, significance. They are broadly categorized into the subjective criteria. What can be other parameter of quality, parameter of good research? Question comes, why I'm talking to you on this? I'm talking to you on this because this is what is relevance. Now after implementation of national education policy, things have changed on various fronts. Now research and development is one of the major dimension, because in the NEP 2020 now we have focused that we have to improve the standards of research in the country, and it has to reach to the international standard of research. When I'm saying international standard of research, it means international standards of research, quality research. That is why I have divided into subjective and objective dimensions. Now somebody tell me some other quality parameter which can be categorized into subjective and objective criteria. Participants are requested to keep their camera on. I am repeating again. We are 55 people here. It is not the responsibility of Dr. Saha only, because she is coordinating the session. She is supposed to keep the camera on. All of you are supposed to do that. You know, again I am repeating, when this program was started, there were deliberations whether we should have offline or online. I was one person who said, advocated that we should have in the online mode, because we have to cover the whole, say, faculty members of the HEI throughout the country. It is not achievable in the, uh, say, offline modes. It will be much more time consuming. But the purpose is, if it is online, if we are learning something, we should be attentive enough. We should look attentive. That's why the cameras are supposed to be kept on. Yes, please. Quality parameter of good research, subjective and objective criteria. Some of the criteria you have given is subjective in nature. What are the objective criteria then? Objective in the sense here, which are more easily differentiable, which are free from any kind of biasness. Now, relevance can be a thing which somebody can say it is relevant, somebody else can say it is not relevant. I think the thing becomes troublesome sometime on that line. So how to handle it? Anybody else from the participants? Subjective and objective criteria. Yes.
Sir, I think it should have review of related literature. Like I have done something, then you are continuing with it. So
Means
I
in the
think that
sense.
is
Yes, yes, continue.
then it gives some clarity on the research that you are doing. Because you I have stopped somewhere and you can take over or you want to continue with it, but then you have to refer back what I have done. I think
Obviously, a research gap is supposed to be identified carefully, and then relevance of that and reference of that well connected. If it is not given, it can be troublesome. You're right. You're correct in that. Yes. Now, let us move further. We will be coming back to big questions to you. See this next slide. Here, broadly, now some of the element that I have given in the subjective criteria can put forward into the objective criteria also, but that is debatable. And our understanding is to look toward the quality parameter, not the categories. Things that you have mentioned: relevance, research gap thoroughly adhered, research methodology properly maintained, public engagements if it is there, relevance to the public if it is not there, that research is of no use. Subjective criteria. In the subjective criteria, one of the dimension is patents, copyrights. And the real world of today, if you are having patents from your research, copyrights from your research, that is much betterly handled and progressed phenomena than otherwise. Another thing that we need to look is the phenomena of objective criteria. That is more clear and meeting to the international standards. Meeting to the international standards means thoroughly objective criteria. Impact factor is one phenomenon. H index is another phenomenon nowadays. Nowadays, various universities, education institutes are recognizing your research work annually, giving you various kinds of awards and other credits on the basis of your publications. And publication quality is measured in the form of impact factor, H index, indexing in various, platforms like Scopus, Web of Science, etc. These are objective criteria. In the subjective criteria, I have mentioned you one of the subjective criteria I have mentioned here in this slide with a question mark is open access. Can somebody tell me what is the meaning of open access? Somebody tell me what is open access?
Sir, open access means the person who wants to do research on that particular, he or she can go through the paper without paying any money.
Yes. The research publication can be read and downloaded without
Yeah.
paying anything, without paying any subscription fee. Means you are making it open. Who will open it? Normally, journal open it when you are paying some money to them. Whatever they are expecting to earn from that, article. Normally, that is the subscription fee. So that subscription fee is being paid by the publisher, by the author. Why I should make open access for my journal when I have to pay? What is the advantage?
Sir, then people can access my research work and go through. If I keep it with that is with a particular fee, then in some cases also when we do research, when we have to go through some
Yes.
papers is we are unable to get because due to this fee. And
Yes.
due to that we are unable to go through that paper, and if the paper is also very research is very good and all, we are unable to go through. To make is available to all of the scientists and all of the people to go through it. It is very important the paper should be open access so that everybody has the access to go through, to download and go through the paper.
And the objective that is being served through it for the author is citation of that publication will get improved. Citations. So remember this term, citation. Citation means when your paper is being referred, your research study is being referred in another study, is citation. And it's a very important criteria in the present time. I'm again saying, I'm not saying only objective criteria is sufficient. You have to adhere with the subjective criteria along with it. And it has its own value. But nowadays, the role of objective criteria is very significant. There are, it is a debatable one, but still, even in the debate, like debate is that you should learn your mother tongue more importantly than the English language. Then everything is happening in English. So on the theoretical front, very fine. We should have for our mother tongue respect of every type. Definitely you should have. But along with it, to compete in the world market, your language command on the certain English or other foreign language, English or any other language like French, Spanish, others, must be there. Similarly, this is the debate nowadays going on. Impact factor. How do we measure impact factor? How do we measure impact factor? Somebody please. Yes? Why we are talking so much about impact factor and other things? That teachers should make publication. Answer is partially yes. Because our objective is on two-folded. You know, now we have under the NEP 4-year undergraduate program, in which 4th year is having an option that you can have a research degree option. When you are going for the research degree, in various colleges and in some case in the universities also, sufficient infrastructure is not there. Sufficient infrastructure is a big trouble. Research infrastructure, research procedures, research ecosystem is poor. And to address that, NEP 2020 strongly argued about research. Why? Because it has been realized in the last few years, lot of publications are coming from Indian authors, but still there is absence of relevant research. There is absence of quality research. There is absence of worldwide citations by Indian publications. Because it is realizing that the standard wise, there is huge exposure we have made in the last few years, but still lot of things are not up to the mark. At the college level, research degree is there now. Have the system to evaluate their research works like in the university system we have normally? In various colleges, still it is a trouble. In certain university systems also it is a trouble. Exposure to the international standards. One of the efforts by the government of India recently have been made. One nation, one subscription. How many of you are familiar with this facility? Please tell me. Why, write down in the chat box or you can unmute and speak. One nation, one subscription. How many of you are familiar? Yes or no? At least write no in the chat box if you don't have knowledge. Yes, Anju ji is saying, Anju Kanchan ji. Bhaiya, aap to Anuj, sorry, not Anju, Anuj, I'm sorry. Anuj ji. Yes, what about others? One nation, one subscription. You can say no, there is no problem. We will proceed further. Hard about it. Okay. No. Okay. Go ahead. Yes. Okay. Fine. We are 57. Other than me, there are 57. Okay. There's a huge number where it is still not. It's a government of India's excellent scheme. I'm telling you, one of the very remarkable contribution of the government of India is one nation, one subscription in the recent year in the research field. What has happened? Now you have access to various journals, publications regularly, and for that institute is not paying anything. Government of India has, you say, taken a package from various, you say, service providers like Emerald, Elsevier, you say Springer, Nature, Taylor and Francis, and other from these publications. Excellent. Why they have done it? Because when you will not give access to the quality research to the students, how they will learn what is the quality parameter? Research ecosystem in the NEP 2020 aspires that international standards of research is supposed to be established in the country. I'm telling you, one of the most significant, you say, contribution in the recent years is subscription of one nation, one subscription, you say, a product. Lot many institutions have got benefit of it. Some others are going to get it. Some colleges have got it, some universities have got it, but it is a remarkable product, and we should have a optimum use of this product. I'm telling you. Now, how do we measure impact factor? We were here. Normally, impact factor is measured for 1 year or 5 years. At some levels, it's for the 2 years also. It's an average. So, like if impact factor 1, it means that on an average, the article published in 1 or 2 or 5 years, in the last 1 year, 5 year, 2 year, what is the average you want to have been cited one time at least. Impact factor 1. So it is a ratio, technically speaking. The ratio of number of time articles were cited by the number of articles that are citable. So it's a technical ratio. So if all the 30 articles were there, those who are citable, and 30 times it was cited, so impact factor will be 1. It's a very impactful measure of ascertaining quality parameter of good research. It is not the only parameter, again I am repeating. One should not keep in mind that this is the only parameter, but still high impact factor journal publication is having its own value. It is debatable. There are some, you say, unethical practices in it are also going on in few of the case instances we have seen. But still it is a good parameter of quality research. Who is measuring it? Can you tell me which is the internationally acceptable agency for impact factor assessment? Can you name the agency?
Sir, Thomson Reuters.
Thomson Reuters now is not there. Anirban, you are right, but now it is Clarivate Analytics.
Yeah.
Name has changed, ownership has changed, merger and acquisition has changed the scenario. Some 1.5 years back it has happened, but you know it, it's good. Clarivate Analytics is the only agency whose impact factor is internationally acceptable. No other agency. Now we have to make our students familiar about these things. You know what's happening? Students of PG is now going to do project compulsorily. In university system, normally in the PG program, you were having such kind of dissertation and project work. But now it is mandatory for all UG program, 4-year undergraduate program. 4th year is an option. So you have to establish that culture of research. They should be knowing that. Otherwise, there are some predatory journals who are claiming their impact factor. It is not acceptable anywhere. They are claiming on their own production factories there of measuring the impact factor. It is not acceptable. So impact factor assessment is one thing. Clarivate Analytics is doing it. Another objective criteria that we described is H index. H index is a very interesting tool. Most important thing about the H index is you should understand it is a cumulative process. It is calculated by counting the number of publications for which an author has been cited by other authors at least the same number of times. So if say for an author H index is 25, it means the author has published 25 papers that have been cited at least 25 times. So if your 25 publications are having 25 or more than 25 citation of the each of the publication, your H index will be 25, and it is a cumulative one. So if it was last year it was 24, this year it cannot be less than 24. It can be 24 or more than 24. So this is H index, and the beauty of the H index is different than impact factor on various dimensions. How? Can somebody tell me? You know, H index is measured on cumulative basis, and when it is measured on the cumulative basis, H index gives you overall performance. Overall performance. Remember, if you say this year I got published a publication in impact factor 9.5, but there is no history of research of you, H index of you will be low. So H index is an excellent index. One beauty of the H index is every author is also having an H index. Every journal can also have a H index. And most interestingly, any higher education institution, HEI, can have H index. Do you know what is the H index of your organization? Anyone? Do you know H index of your organization? Yes or no? Participants, switch on your camera. Again, I am repeating. आज को पता होना चाहिए डॉक्टर साहब आपको, आपका कॉलेज का नाम क्या है? यही सेम कॉलेज है आपका? Anirban, what's your subject?
Sir, my subject is zoology.
Geology.
Zoology. Zoology.
Zoo, Z-O-O. Okay. But even in zoology, lot of you say publication with high impacts normally are getting published. You should be knowing. What's your college? You are in university or college?
Sir, I'm in Assam Royal Global University.
Okay. Then you should check H index of your organization today.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Can somebody tell me who are measuring H index agency? We have to make our student familiar about all these things now. PG student, 100% we have to do. Now for FIUP also we have to do. We have to encourage this. Now NEP has started that after completing your FIUP 4-year program with 7.5 and more CGPA, you can directly get enrolled for PhD program. You should understand that. So that research culture is supposed to be initiated at the undergraduate level. H index, 2 agencies are measuring. One is Scopus, the other one is
Sir, Google Scholar? I'm not sure.
Google Scholar is doing, but let us not talk about those Google Scholar. But yeah, you are fine. We'll try. Google Scholar is there. Let us ask the third agency now. You know, for the international standards, Google Scholar is not being counted like the other agencies are being counted. One is Scopus, another one is Web of Science. Web of Science and Scopus both are measuring H index. Which one is better? Nothing is better. Both are, which suppose you are going for any assessment, people will ask what is the H index of you. You can tell my H index is say 60. It means best of the two is 60. Either Web of Science or Scopus. We have to make our students familiarize about this ecosystem. We have to develop this ecosystem within the organization, within the HEI. So, as Anirban was mentioning, third agency is Scopus. Oh, sorry, Google Scholar. Google Scholar H index, at least you should know. If Scopus and others not, but you can try. You can just log into the Google. You say sorry, Scopus and Web of Science. You can get to know what's your H index even, because H index is for author, for journal, as well as for institution. So that way it is a better parameter to see which institute is doing what in the research dimension. Directly calculate, check their H index instead of going for any other impact studies, or you say rankings or other things. H index will give you a better understanding about the history of the institution, because H index is cumulative in nature. So today, uh, at least we should see what is the H index on Google Scholar, as Anirban was mentioning. All of you make a habit for your students that they should register. They should have a registered account, which is a constant account, which is regularly being maintained on Google, and open your Google Scholar account through that email ID. You will come to know where are we, and rather you should make a habit that whenever a teacher is coming to have a session with you, resource person is coming to have a session, must check what is their H index, if nothing else. I'm not saying very high H index is, you say, giving you everything, but at least you should have that understanding that how H index is helpful to understand the quality of research being produced by the candidate, isn't it? Third one, that is I-10 index. Number of publication with at least 10 citations. So if your 25 is the I-10 index, means 25 publication of you are having 10 or more than 10 citation each. For some people, there are some other criteria also, like ResearchGate is doing, or even Scopus is doing H5 index, another one, 5 or more than 5 citation being shown. So there are so many. I'm not going in the detail of them intentionally, because now we will be moving further in the discussion. Understanding the research process and research problem formulation. It has been realized in the recent years, before NEP 2020 implication, it has been realized that quality research is not happening because the quality procedures are not there. Students are not familiar with the correct research process to be followed. In various institutions, you may be realizing that once you have fixed your, you say, research plan and finalize the topic, research topic for your PhD program, you can't alter that topic at all. There are various institutions still where once you have fixed up your topic, you have to adhere with that topic. You can't make even a small alteration. Suppose in the topic you have made a grammatical mistake or any other type of mistake, you can't alter that mistake also. If by mistake you have put some two inverted comma somewhere, you have to carry on with that inverted comma. That is the There are constant fixed systems we have, sickness we have. So what you need to do, you need to make a flexible process and system. Just see the next slide. See this research process. If you see, there are 8 steps we have explained in this research process. First is finalizing our selection of the research topic or research area, broad area. Then normally the second step is review of literature, which followed with the third step of development of theoretical and conceptual frame. And then clarification of research hypotheses, research questions, finalizing the research objective at this phase. Then step number 5, research design. Then research data collection in the number 6 step, followed by data analysis, research result analysis, discussions, and then drawing conclusions and other things. The last step where we decide the policy implication, theoretical implications, and other conclusions and suggestions. Can you tell me, there are arrows you are seeing. Up to step number 4, these arrows are 2 directional, means northward and southward both. And after that, it is southward only. What is the meaning of it? What is the meaning of it?
Sir,
Yeah, please.
if I take it this way, we can go both ways. Either we select a topic, then review the literature related to the topic, or if we find it difficult, we can first go through the different literatures, then identify a topic or a gap on which we can work, so then select the topic. I thought it this way.
Yeah. Anybody else who can add some value to this concept? Well, you say taken by Dr. Saha. Somebody else. Some addition to it. Okay. This actually partially she is correct, Dr. Saha. But actually we are talking about the flexibility of the system. Suppose you have selected a topic and then you go to the second step of making the deep scanning of the existing work, existing literature. And then you realize that the topic that you have chosen is somehow not correct. You need to improve this topic. Flexible research process aspires that we should permit to change the topic once you have given the deep learning about the existing work and you realize the topic that you have finalized at the beginning was not up to the mark or needs some improvement. Similarly, once you have realized that we have to change, go back. That's why the arrow is downward and upward both. For the step number 2, again the same thing. Moving to step number 3, you realize that theoretically and conceptual work helps you to understand that something out of the topic is not feasible to work, or you need to revise the topic again. Similarly, when you are at step number 4, where you are finalizing the research objective, hypothesis, research questions to which to answer, you want to increase or decrease the scope of your research. So accordingly, title is supposed to be changed and review literature is supposed to be made. Normally, this is the correct procedure, that flexibility should be there. But sometimes such kind of flexibility is not there. What happened? The happening is that you have chosen a topic and then you lately realize that you have chosen a wrong topic. But since there is no flexibility, you are going ahead with that topic. And because of that, you started making various kind of patchworks, adjustments. And due to that patchwork and adjustment, what is happening? You are not able to do a good research. You may have seen sometime some of your colleague or known somebody or some student, his or she never shows his research work to anyone because lot of patchwork have been done in that research. It's not a real time research. It's not a, you say, well thought work. Sometime because that flexibility was not given. Here up to step number four, that flexibility is given. Then somebody may argue that why not after step number 4 also flexibility can be given? Answer is up to step number 4 when we reach, approximately 20% of the resources have been used of the research. 20% time, 20% money, something like this. And time is more precious than money in that sense. So to have a better impact, quality research, it is better to give this flexibility even up to step number 4. Because if the study is not going in the right direction, you can stop the study there only. Only 20% of the resources will be wasted. 80% will be remaining intact. And if you are continuing with the poor topic after step number 4 also, 100% resources will be waste because research is not methodologically correct. The subjective criteria are not meeting up correctly, or unfeasible topic you have chosen on which in the given time the resources in given funds the research cannot be pursued. You require bigger team, more resources, more time, and you are not able to do it. Even in the research projects it has happened. You have written grant to some agency has given you grant, but when you are supposed to submit the topic, you have not given sufficient thought and given the proposal got accepted. It was very ambitious one. Now you are not able to deliver. Then patchwork starts because you have taken funds from agency. Now you have to complete the project somehow. Somehow. That somehow created trouble. Research ecosystem got disturbed because of it. This is where the role of this flexibility of the system is well argued. Next thing I would like to, any question of anyone regarding this, or we can proceed further. I'm again requesting you all to keep your camera on. I'm telling you, other than the responsibility as a resource person, I have responsibility as the head of, as a director of one of the centers of a UGC. Please switch on your camera. Yes. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Then where are you people, my dears? Switch on your camera. All of you are requested to switch on your camera. See, see the another dimension related with this research ecosystem development. NEP 2020 strongly argued that you should have a research and development cell RDC because to have systematic promotion of quality research in HEIs, you need to look towards the ecosystem of research and innovation because societal challenges of our country can only be addressed by having a strong and vibrant higher education system where there is emphasis on research, innovation, and technology development. And to do that, there is need of a dedicated cell. It is a compulsory cell you have to establish in your organization. be it a university system or a college. Rather than the university system, normally you have a office of Dean Research and Development, so that purpose is getting served there. But in colleges, normally you don't have such a office. So now under the UGC NEP 2020 implication, it is compulsory to have a dedicated RDC. Why RDC is important? Can somebody tell me? What can be the role of RDC? Anyone who can tell me? Yeah? What is the role of RDC? RDC is a very, very strong office which coordinates, which catalyzes the present multidisciplinary, transdisciplinary, transnational research culture and collaborative research. So RDC is working like an office which facilitates and promote research and innovation culture in the organization, be it a college or a university or any other institution of higher education. This office facilitates to apply for various research projects to various agencies and grants to various agencies. This office facilitates to assess, evaluate, and establish systems to assess, evaluate projects, research, dissertations, other things in their college or university. This sector, this center or cell also facilitate researchers to pursue the research in a systematic environment, comfortable environment, conducive environment. I'm giving an example. You may have realized as a teacher that any one of your colleague who joined recently and started enthusiastically about research works, and suppose he has written or she has written a grant to some agency and the agency has given that grant. Say somebody has applied to DST and DST has given them 10 lakh rupee and given a time of 1 year in which he or she has to complete the project. Now you know what happened. There is no facilitating office due to which all recruitment, all equipment purchase, staff recruitments are supposed to be done by this principal investigator, PI. So most of his time is being occupied in following those bureaucratic procedures instead of doing the research. So by the time he completes all the bureaucratic procedures and hurdles, it is already 9 months, 10 months of the total 12 months for project. So there is pressure on the researcher more to complete the project in 2 months. What has happened, instead of 12 months, he has completed everything in 2 months, or sometime unable to do that. Why? Because procedure and practices one was not familiar. Write to note, preparing a committee, recruitment, all rules are supposed to be followed, and most importantly, purchase rules to be followed. Somebody may get threatened that if you will do any mistake, you will lose your job. So how that research culture will get developed? For that facilitating unit can be RDC. In colleges, normally such kind of troubles are noticed a number of times. These are the objective of this research and development cell. One of the objective is to create an organizational culture with role-based functions of RDC, formulating the research policy. After this RDC's establishment, at lot many colleges, research policies has been established. They started giving various awards annually. They are starting giving, some facility in terms of the good researchers regarding making them a certain monetary incentives and otherwise, and that gives an environmental research culture in the organization. It helps to develop various consortia of researchers, some cluster groups in specialized area where adequate autonomy is given to them. So, there is a concept called special purpose vehicle. So, SPV is getting established by RDC for various research projects. So, the licensing between the researcher and other relevant agencies, or you can say the face of the organization, HEI, is RDC. It helps to adhere to the timelines of research work on various steps and various levels. One another thing that has been encouraged in NEP 2020 is collaborative research ecosystem. Can somebody tell me what is a collaborative research ecosystem means? Anyone? What is the meaning of collaborative research ecosystem? Anyone? So you see,
Excuse
yes,
me, sir.
yeah, yes,
Does that mean interdisciplinary approach?
absolutely. Interdisciplinary approach is one of the dimension of the collaborative. There is but something else also. Sarmishtaji, yes.
Collaborative ecosystem is when we have collaboration with different departments or different colleagues will make together, and then they will submit a paper together. They will do the research and submit the paper, that or maybe work in a project or something, like collaborative ecosystem, understanding each others from different dimension.
Very well. आप म्यूट कर दीजिए, आपको थोड़ा सा ना डिस्टर्ब है नेटवर्क में कोई. Very correct. Collaborative research ecosystem means interdepartmental research, interinstitutional research, right? So multidisciplinary. Why it is so? Because it is argued that problem is not subject specific. Problem is problem. You have to look towards the better solution of the problem. That is the only thing. So how will you get that better solution of the problem is important. That we need to look, that we need to understand. This is very, very interesting area that has got developed over the period of time. One important thing in the collaborative research ecosystem you should see, that research ecosystem refer to a community of collaboration. में ऑर्गेनाइजेशन लेवल पे है, चाहे वो आपका इंस्टीट्यूशन लेवल पे, देयर इज नो प्रॉब्लम. Sometime it happened that communities, credentials, and other things got developed, but there are three things that are very important when you are making a collaborative work and making a collaborative teamwork. Then you should be adhering to three things. One is transparent communication among the team members. Every communication should be made within the team members honestly, and strong communication skills in the members are aspired, because to culture of collaboration aspires them. Second, this respect for diversity. More diverse the team is, more better solution of the problem can be thought upon. Like recently, we were doing one research, and I have discussed the idea with some of teachers of biotechnology and biology and biochemistry. So we got some better solution of the problem. So real-time problem is not subject specific. That's why collaborative research is argued. The third thing in the I say teamwork we essentially aspire is supposed to be there is trust among the members. In the team members, trust is always desired for. In the research, the term team is stand for TEAM team stands for together everyone achieves more. You can see this slide. In the collaborative research, the role of this together everyone achieves more is very important. Research ecosystem aspires for collaborative research. In the present days work, where we are having education transdisciplinary, multidisciplinary, then how that research cannot be multi or transdisciplinary. So collaborative team is supposed to be framed, and good thing about the collaborative team you should understand. You may have seen such kind of pictures early morning or late evenings. We saw such kind of picture in the sky. Birds are flying in this specific shape. Why do they fly like this? They fly like this because various studies have established that when they are flying in this shape, we call it V formation shape or partially V form shape. It has been learned that as each bird flaps its wing, it creates uplift for the bird immediately following that bird. So by flying in this specific formation, the whole flock adds at least 71% greater flying range than if each bird flew on its own. So this is a collaborative system of birds which helps you to reach to the journey timely, before time rather, with less efforts. People who are part of the team and share common directions get where they are going in a quicker and easier way because they are traveling on the trust of one another. The trust is very important. So lift each other up along the way. So by helping ourselves, the accomplishments are always great. And you know, sometime if it happens that any of the bird, I have taken the example of geese here, the bird feels resistance of the air and difficult on flying alone, immediately join back into the formation to take the advantage of the flock, power of flock. This power of flock is essentially in the collaborative research environment is supposed to be argued strongly and significantly. It is also important to understand that in the present world, collaboration, not competition, is the key, at least in the education environment. In the education institute, this is the key. Rather, in various corporates, industries, real-time works, also now it is being followed. So by given the celebration of the benefits of the competition that we have been trained in the education institutes of today to optimal utilization of the resources, along with competitive culture, which has been imbibed in us from the schooling system, to do certain tasks effectively and productively with the say, given resources. Collaboration is the key. Collaborative ecosystem helps to generate a effective contextual research process in a you say process, because nowadays research collaboration between people is the lifeblood of any education institute of present time. It helps to scale up the things in a more stringent and more effective way. There are few examples I am giving you of the corporate world where this collaborative, intentionally I have not given you the examples of the education institute. One of the example is of Cape Gemini, who has, uh, with the help of the data creation and co-creation and data sharing procedure, developed an experience economy wherein the less, you say, resources or with the less cost, Cape Gemini is delivering quality products. Similarly, is the example of Procter and Gamble in it, uh, where people networks or communities are being contributing. PG Procter and Gamble is using external networks to crowdsource new ideas. People are crowdsourcing for research funds, but Procter and Gamble is doing it for crowdsourcing new ideas. So the minimum cost they are looking solutions to the various problems because they have communities of like this. These are two positive example I have given you. Now see this another. This is a negative example because in the absence of collaboration, what can happen? That is shown in this. So, in this is an example of Michelin. Michelin, known for tires worldwide. Michelin's innovative tire system got failed. They come up with an innovative idea where they mention that you can safely drive to the innovative technology up to 125 miles with the speed of approximately 55 miles per hour, even though when you have a puncture in your any of the tire of your car or say, any other four vehicle. It was a very remarkable, great innovation, but Michelin has not taken the rest of the stakeholder of the system into confidence. So auto manufacturers were not ready to increase the cost of their vehicle because of this feature. Why? Because they were not taken into confidence. They have not collaborated to implement this excellent, innovative idea with us, with all. This idea got failed. It was not expected to be failed like this, but it got failed because collaboration was not. So in the present days research ecosystem, the role of these all aspects are supposed to be looked out in an effective and a productive way, because this is where the role of the ecosystem development in the field of research is aspired. So these are few things that I thought I should share with you on the topic. Uh, Session is welcome, open for your questions or your comments related to the session, because we have 4 minutes more. So normally 15 minutes we devote for question answers of the session. So over to you for any question, any comment related to the session we have. Yes, please.
Do you have any question?
Any question, any comment?
Sir, it was a really wonderful lecture, and in between you were asking questions. Though sometimes here network
That
issues,
I
we
was asking question.
could not.
They were not asking question. I
No,
was asking.
you were
Now
asking
it is
questions,
yes.
so it was quite interactive. So I liked your session, sir. Really, it was we liked, and we learned many things, sir, regarding H index and regarding journals. Like nowadays, the journal publication is now clone journals are also there. So we need to learn of these
Of
publications.
course, not only you have to learn, rather you have to disseminate this knowledge to the students.
Yes.
Actually, purpose is that we have to disseminate this knowledge to the students. Otherwise, it is going to be very troublesome. We are now entering into the arena where four committed foreign universities are coming. They are about to come, right? Probably next academic session, they will be admitting students. You have to compete with them, right? And don't think they are coming up with the partners, local partners. So local partners are knowing all the weaknesses of the system. So they will exploit those weaknesses, and there is a strong competition we are going to face from them. So we need to prepare our, you say, HEIs accordingly, very dedicatedly. So, any other question of anyone?
Sir, I have one question.
Yes, sir.
Sir, not directly related to the topic, but I have one doubt. Like many higher education institutions nowadays are offering online workshops as well as online courses
Hmm.
on how to write research article based on with the help of AI. But at the same time, there are many reputed journals who are rejecting if the AI uses is more than a certain limit. So, what is your opinion on it?
There should be no use of HEI, AI at all. Only thing that you can do, paraphrasing can be done when you have written something and then you want to paraphrase it. That's the only thing. You can't take some para from somewhere else and then paraphrase it and saying it is mine now because I have changed it with the help of AI. That is actually problem of AI, right? When you are writing something and then paraphrasing it with AI, there is no problem. You can do that. Only to that extent you can do. Nothing else. Anybody having any session, online courses, anything occurring, it is always troublesome. It is not ethical, and it is illegal also now. You can with the plagiarism you can have a plagiarism issue, but here it is a illegal use of, you say, AI. It is not. Anybody who is claiming or who is accepting it, please suggest them, don't do these unethical things.
Hello. Sir, I have a doubt.
Yes.
Sir, can you just brief a little bit more again about the research ecosystem
Yeah.
collaboration? Yes, sir.
Yeah, research ecosystem means you should have a conducive research ecosystem in your institution. For that, one thing is there should be an establishment of RDC, research development cell होना चाहिए. वहाँ एक आपके पर office में there should be 4 or 5 people, those who are there, those who are researchers actually. They are There will be one dean, maybe deputy dean, maybe associate dean. Then there may be some, uh, you say some assistant, non-teaching staff who will be making you aware about various procedure and practices, then encouraging you to do the research and do the research as per timelines of the agencies and, you say, other requirements. Evaluation should be objective, and such kind of awareness programs on various things can be conducted. Like one thing, normally, system suggests that in every 6 months, plagiarism policies are getting changed worldwide. AI. Now this question sir was asking. This is something we need to make a regular feature. That is what this ecosystem aspires.
Thank you, sir.
Anyone else having any question, comment, suggestion for the session? How should I improve my session?
Sir, I have a small question.
Yeah.
That government nowadays they are telling us to implement more and more research-oriented teaching, even at the undergraduate level. But sir, my observation is that at least at the undergraduate level, students are coming from different background, and they do not, all of them, they do not have uh, plan for higher education and research. So in that case, what should be our strategy to incorporate more and more students, into this field and
Actually,
include them also?
yeah, Anirban, actually problem is we are considering that research means only publication in the impact factor journal. No, it is not like this. Research procedure practices is the normal part of the education system. If you want to learn a concept more effectively, better it is to estimate that relation or experiment that relation in the lab. That is the purpose of research. You should hone your skills of research skills, because tomorrow when you are going to industry or for any job, practically you have to do that. Your writing skills will improve. Your composition skills will improve. And if you have a good content capacity, writing capacity, then sky is the limit. I know some of the faculty members, those who have lost their, you say, left their job only because they were good writer, and some agencies at the international level have hired them. Recently, one of the guy has gone to ABDBI in Japan, uh, Asian Development Bank Institute, and left their job as a professor of, you say, one premier institute. I don't want to name the institute intentionally. They are going because they were right, they were good in research. Now they are good in policy making. So they will making policy for their, you say, whole Asian Development Bank. So this is what we have to see. Uh, People are going to WHO. Lot many people are going to WHO. They were very good in their research work in their undergraduate program and then PG program, and then they entered into those areas. So point is, research means never means that good quality publication we are talking about. This research procedure, if you are familiar, that's fine, that's good. Yes, anything else? Anybody? Uh, then
I think there is no question. So I would like to request Madam Tapashi. Madam, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
So,
please deliver
sir,
the vote. Thanks.
your topic was research, which is experiment. And I believe the more you research, the more there are questions to be answered, and we keep on researching. So, uh, you wanted like us to tell you ways to improve, but I'm sorry, we are not that competent to tell you. But what I believe is you went and you taught us to look into the small things, like to understand what is the impact factor, to understand what is open access, to understand the small things of research, which will help us to create a bigger and better view. And you spoke about the different research processes, especially the flexibility in the research process, how to go about it, and to go for collaborative research. And I think the most important thing which you wanted to stress on is teamwork. That is, together everything achieves more. And I think that will be the key factor which most of us will be taking, and hopefully we will, be able to inculcate whatever you have said and come up with good research papers. So thank you so much, sir, for just giving us an insight, and the rest is up to us. So we need to do it. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much. So
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So with that, we conclude the academic deliberation of day 5 on the behalf of Assam University Silchar and Holy Cross College Agartala. I extend heartfelt gratitude to both of our esteemed speaker for their valuable contribution and to all the participants for your active engagement. We look forward to your continued presence in the upcoming sessions in this program. So, thank you. Tomorrow is holiday. We will meet again on Monday. Good night.
Thank you, ma'am.